We're going to cover the Juno SAS multi-tenant cloud application that can be deployed on any server and built to spec and match whatever particular needs you have. In this example, we've built a SaaS application that is like a CRM. It's just an example. We used a template, but we just wanted to give you an idea of that these things are not difficult to put together, B, that they're very flexible and you can build whatever it is that you're wanting to build, and C, that you can get an MVP put together that you can show customers, partners, investors what your idea is, and before you really go and maybe build a specific custom UI. Of course, we'd be happy to do that for you, but it's just an example to get you to see what the possibilities might be. So this would be a typical landing page of an SaaS application, and you get it. There's, the product has a good, better, and best level of sign up. Customer signs in. And in this case, like again, we're showing a CRM-ish type application with basically 3 features: accounts, contacts, and products. Just to give you an idea, so this is a user's view, which is into their organization. So this user would be the administrator of this organization, one of the tenants, and inside of there they can add their customers just like you would in a CRM application. Within that customer, they would have their contacts that have information about them, such as additional addresses and this relevant information, and they can make notes. They would also have products or services. This is just, again, an example. And, of course, we're storing notes and attachments and this kind of thing so that they can share this inside the company. You get to add additional members to your org as an administrator. And there's security set up so that a person who's not an administrator inside the org wouldn't be able to, say, go and cancel the account or something like that. Some basic features about the organization here. You can allow the customer to change their plan level so that they can sign up for a different plan level. Maybe they want a couple of additional features that you're offering in a more upgraded plan, then they could just do that here, and they can have their payment information available here as well, so they can update that. If they get a notification that says their credit card is expired or what have you, all those emails are baked into the system. So let's take a quick look at just kind of the stack so that you get an idea of what we're talking about, and then we'll look at the admin panel, which is the global administrator for the whole system. Apologies for the busy document. It's just to show you that we're running on Linux, NGINX web server, Postgres database, Ruby on Rails is the server-side web application. If you look across the spectrum of really popular multi-tenant SaaS applications out there, this is the formula. This is the set of applications that lie beneath those really robust and applications that service tens and tens of thousands, if not millions of users. Currently, we're just using within AWS like image attachments and file uploads. So you would want to have at least an S3 account. You could, of course, host the entire application through AWS or on your own servers, but the integration that we currently have is just for those document attachments. And then, of course, we're using Stripe, which is managing the subscriptions. It's just a beautiful integration so that you can define those different levels of subscription. Perhaps you're going to give customers a discount if they pay annually, or if they're going to pay monthly. It doesn't matter. The Stripe takes care of the recurring billing, whether it's monthly, quarterly, annually, however you set that up with your client. And then again, within the platform, you've got the tenant security, which we just kind of went and looked at, and how that's laid out, and they can add more users, and of course they're going to pay a fee perhaps for additional users depending on how you have it set up. and we're going to take a look at the global security interface. And what you're seeing when we're looking at the interfaces is a Bootstrap admin template. These are easy to obtain, low cost templates that allow us to get your product up and running quickly without worrying a whole lot about the user interface. We can customize the user interface from the beginning, but it's sometimes easier to start with something like that, work out the bugs, and then go back through it and say, okay, this is what we want to do finally. Or maybe you'll be totally happy with the admin templates. They're feature packed. We're going to take a look at one in just a moment here. Before we take a look at the templates, this is a template here, but we've stripped out most of the graphics just to keep it simple for our purposes here in this demonstration. You have this concept of the organizations. These are your customers, right, that are tenants in your multi-tenant SaaS application. They don't see each other. We only have one set up for this demo, but there could be hundreds, hopefully thousands, and they're logically separated in the database so that they don't see each other. And then, of course, each one of those tenant organizations, they're going to have users, and then you'll define the different plans. And again, this is linking to the plans and how you set it up with the Stripe billing. So you can, like we said, do the monthly, the quarterly, or the annual, and give discounts based on customers' commitments. And you can add more administrative users to your global administration. So this is just a quick overview of the administration panel. And again, this is what's called a Bootstrap admin template. But let's go look at one that's got all the goodies baked in. So this is a admin template here, and you can see it's got all these cool features and layouts and everything, and you can just kind of pick and choose from these menus of options and say, okay, when we're building this element, we just want to use these particular pieces from the template. Of course, we can build anything that's not already here, but it's nice to have some things when you're just going from 0 to MVP and say, these are the elements that we want to have in the general look and feel, and it just really speeds the process along because you don't get mired down in the details of the UI. So you can see it just comes packed with tables. Let's look at some responsive tables. They're beautiful, and they make it really easy to interact with the Ruby on Rails backend and the Postgres database. So you get to pick through all these cool features. So you get the idea. The point is that these systems are buildable in a very short period of time, measured in just a few weeks, and you can get an MVP put together that shows your partners, your investors, or your customers, what have you, that this is the solution that you're offering, and maybe get some feedback really quickly without burning up too much budget. So it's a really great way to get started. The Juno SAS Application Starter Kit is really a great way to get going, and then adding on one of these templates just really speeds the whole process along. We have a great staff here that works through these and helps you make quick decisions so that you can get your application out of the back of the napkin and onto the screen and up and running, that is something tangible relatively quickly. So we can't wait to see what you've dreamed up, and reach out to us and let us know if we can help.